Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So this is an acrylic design set that I recently done. So first up, I'm coming in with a bead of Amor from CJP, and I'm just going to do some colour blocking on this nail. So I'm just placing that bead down and patting it into place and creating a slanted wall. So I'm trying to get that as neat as I can with my brush, but I will come in with a file once it's set to make the line nice and crisp. So I'm just continuing to pat that acrylic until I'm happy with it before coming in with my next bead of acrylic. I do find Amor can be quite sheer, so once I've picked up my bead, I drain the liquid out of the back of the brush just to get more of an opaque pink. And then with my cuticle bead, I'm just pushing that up towards the cuticle area and then out towards the side walls before dragging it down over the nail. Once I'm happy with that application, I will leave that to set. I'm then coming in with this beautiful glitter from Charlie's Nail Art, which is called Blizzard. And as you can see, it's a beautiful blue fine mixed glitter with some chunky pieces. It's got some chunky blue and silver diamonds in there. So yeah, as you can see, I'm hoping that the camera does it justice, as it is a super pretty glitter. I haven't put a base colour down over this, so I'm just working on that clear base that I have down. So I'm just trying to make sure that I get a nice coverage, and because of the finer pieces of glitter in there, it does make it quite easy to get a full coverage. So I'm just using small wet clear beads of acrylic, dipping into that glitter and then nudging around until I'm happy. Once I'm happy with that application, I'll then leave that to set before coming in later on and capping it in clear acrylic. So on the middle finger, I'm coming in and doing a full nail of royal blue from Glitterama, and this is basically going to be a glitter fade, so I'm then going to come in at the tip with Blizzard and fade it down towards the cuticle area. So with Glitterama colours, I work quite thin and wet with them. They are quite highly pigmented, so you don't need to use a lot of product. So I'm just painting that on basically, as one, I usually always cap my colours, and two, I'll need to cap anyway for the glitter. So I'm just making sure to keep my application quite thin. And as you can see, it's really easy to just paint down the nail. So I'm then going to pick up some of that Blizzard glitter and place it at the tip and just blend it backwards. So again, I'm making sure to work quite thin with the glitter, as you will obviously need to cap and you don't want to then end up filing into that glitter. So I'm just nudging the diamonds around a little bit until they are flat and I'm happy with them. And then I'm going to come in on the index. Oh no, sorry. I'm then going to come in with some of these holographic silver stars. I can't remember where I purchased these as I've had them in my kit for ages, but you could probably pick these up at most nail art suppliers. And I've just dipped into my monomer and just picked them up to apply to the nail. I've not applied them with any acrylic or anything as I don't want to add any bulk. So I'm going to leave those to set before capping. I'm then coming in with Blue Lagoon, which is also from Glitterama, and I'm just going to do a ombre on this nail. I'm not going to worry too much about my blend because I will be coming in with some unicorn pigment at the end. However, you know, I still wanted it to be appealing to the eye, so I just make sure that the back of that bead is blended into the nail bed before coming in with the Amor. Just placing that bead of Amor down and then just blending out the back so there isn't a ridge before then dragging it over that Blue Lagoon. I do love how these two colours go so well together, and it did look really nice with the unicorn pigment over the top as well. So now with my cuticle bead, just pushing that up into the cuticle and sidewall areas, getting it nice and flush before dragging down. And then just going to come in with another bead to even out the blend slightly. So then I went off camera and capped those 3 nails in my crystal glass clear acrylic, which is from CJP. And I'm then basically coming in with 100 grit file, pushing that right up against that wall of acrylic and keeping my file nice and flat against it, just to neaten up and ensure that that acrylic is crisp as possible. And then I'm just going to come in and dust all that dust away because you don't want it going into your acrylic. And I was going to do, basically I've done a marble on this now. It didn't go as well as planned, but I just went with it and I was happy with the end result. So I'm going to be using Brilliant White, Blue Lagoon and Royal Blue from Glitterama. And I'm just double dipping and swirling them in together. And then once I was happy with that, I just come in with a little bit of that glitter. I will then cap this tip in crystal glass as well. The nail bed area is Amor, which is a core powder from CJP, so that doesn't need capping. So when I come in and cap, I just focus it on that marble tip. So then now that all the nails are basically capped in clear acrylic, I went off camera and filed, shaped, contoured all of the nails, buffed them, give them a good scrub, and then wiped over them with acetone. I don't leave my filing in very often because the camera angle I have, basically the way I have my camera set up at the moment, makes it really difficult to file. But if you would like to see filing, let me know and I will see what I can do. So this was the nails once they had been filed. I'm then coming in with some Miss You jewellery gel, and I'm just going to place that where I would like to place my crystals. So there is different ways you can apply this. You can apply it how I've applied it now, which is just, you know, popping on a thin layer and then popping your crystals into that wet gel, then top coating and curing. Or you can apply your jewellery gel, then your top coat over the top, then put your crystals on and then cure. I don't know if one or other ways works better. I suppose maybe it's just personal preference or having a play around. So then I didn't have an idea in my head of what I was going to do with the crystals, so I just went with the flow and popped a few on just to give a little something extra to that nail. So then once all those crystals are placed on, I'm going to come in and do my favourite part, which is top coat. So I'm going to top coat all of the nails with my CJP Tack Free Top Gloss and then pop them in my LED lamp for 60 seconds. So once they've been cured, I'm just going to come in with this unicorn angel pigment. It's got various names, and I'm just applying that with an eyeshadow applicator over the whole nail and being quite vigorous, making sure that it's buffed nicely into that tack-free top coat before then dusting off any excess. I'll then top coat this now again and then pop it back in my LED lamp for 60 seconds. So that's the end of the video, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please leave me a thumbs up, and if you aren't already subscribed, then please do. Thanks for watching. Bye.